The state superintendent mandates schools show a video inviting students to pray for Trump. The State Department of Education purchases Bibles for classrooms, and 2 Oklahoma lawmakers have new leadership roles in Congress. That and more coming up on the KGOU AM NewsBrief for Friday, November 15th. I'm Mick Daniels. State Superintendent Ryan Walters is mandating Oklahoma public schools show students a video announcing the new Office of Religious Liberty and Patriotism. And as State Impact's Beth Wallace reports, Walters invites students to pray with him for President-elect Donald Trump.
Walters sent the email to superintendents Thursday afternoon. It says districts are also required to send the video to students' parents. In the video, Walters says the radical left is attacking religious liberty in schools, patriotism is being mocked, and there's, quote, a hatred for this country pushed by woke teachers' unions. He invites the students to pray with him and says they don't have to join in.
I pray for our leaders to make the right decisions. I pray in particular for President Donald Trump and his team as they continue to bring about change to the country.
In the video, Walters sits next to a Bible and a mug that reads in Latin, "If you want peace, prepare for war." For State Impact, I'm Beth Wallace.
The State Department of Education announced yesterday it purchased more than 500 Bibles for use in classrooms.
A statement from State Superintendent Ryan Walters' office didn't provide details about how much the Bibles cost or where they came from. A spokesperson for Walters did not immediately respond to requests for clarification. This announcement comes a week after the State Department of Ed suddenly canceled a search for a vendor to provide 55,000 Bibles for classrooms. That would have followed a formal process for competitive bidding to ensure frugality with taxpayer money. Walters' office said it will soon open a new search to purchase more Bibles. The hundreds of Bibles the Department of Ed has already acquired are intended for advanced placement U.S. government classrooms. Walters' quest to put a Bible in every Oklahoma classroom has been met with questions of legality from lawmakers and a lawsuit from parents, teachers, and faith leaders. In Oklahoma City, I'm Grayson Wheeler.
2 lawmakers from Oklahoma have new leadership roles in Congress. Senator James Lankford was elected as vice chair of the Senate Republican Conference. This role will allow Lankford to help shape the Republican legislative agenda and strategy. Representative Kevin Hern was appointed chairman of the House Republican Policy Committee. Hern will be responsible for helping guide the policy priorities and legislative agenda in the House. A lawsuit settlement that's been a point of contention between Oklahoma's governor and attorney general is reaching a resolution. Sierra Pfeiffer reports what seems to be the end of a long-standing disagreement.
The lawsuit was filed against the Department of Mental Health last year. Plaintiffs argue hundreds of people who were ruled incompetent to stand trial have been left in jails across Oklahoma, all waiting for court-ordered treatment. Governor Kevin Stitt and Department Head Allie Friesen argued a proposed settlement would put an undue burden on taxpayers. AG Gettner Drummond said it's the cheapest way forward. But differences were put aside on Thursday, says plaintiff's attorney Paul DeMuro.
There's been some public statements on all sides that have amped up the rhetoric, but at the end of the day, our leaders did the right thing and worked it out.
Next, the settlement will face further review. I'm Sierra Pfeiffer.
More than $11 million is coming to Oklahoma to help workers gain digital skills. The Oklahoma Broadband Office says the grant from the National Telecommunications and Information Administration will help boost the state's digital economy. The office says the funding will be used for skills and technology training. The goal is to cultivate workforce, healthcare, educational, and civic opportunities. This is the 4th broadband-related grant program directed to the OBO for administration. The 3 other programs, totaling more than $1.3 billion, are funding the expansion of broadband infrastructure throughout the state. You'll find more news at our website, kgou.org. We also invite you to follow the KGOU PM NewsBrief podcast.
No matter what happens in Washington, the NPR Politics Podcast is here for you. For the latest news, insights, and analysis from the election and beyond, listen to the NPR Politics Podcast.